Working as a publisher in the 50s must have been really cool. Working with a hat, a cigar, a shirt. Hello, hello. How are you? I know it's been a while, but everything is fine, just too much work. And nothing better to come back than to talk about this game, Age of Comics. I want to first talk about the reasons that this game caught my eye when it came out on Kickstarter. First, the theme. Funny enough, I never read any comic book. I mean, I read some, but never had this habit of reading comic books. But I kind of feel nostalgia looking at the cover and at the miniatures of the comic books. It's really well done, and it kind of gave me nostalgia about the 50s. When you see the characters of the game, when you see the artwork, everything is very, very nostalgic. But then I was reading through the page of the Kickstarter and I found out that there is two designers. One is Giacomo and the second one is Sonia Gonçalves. And if you follow me on this channel for a while, you already know that I have a crush for games that have a theme related to Portugal, games that were published by Portuguese publishers, games that have a Portuguese artist, and games that have Portuguese designers. And Sonia is Portuguese, another nice looking game that has Portuguese designers on it. So those were my main reasons. After that, I saw the mechanics as well, worker placement. I mean, I'm in. What is this overview? For those that follow me, you already know this overview is a video where I'm going to play a couple of rounds of this game for you to feel the flow of the game, to understand more or less the rules. I am not going to talk about the rules in detail. You can check the rule book on their BGG page for the game. There is the rule book there available. And the goal of this video is really to just talk about the base of the rules. And then throughout the game, throughout those two rounds or three rounds, if there is a specific, I will explain, but not to go into detail. It's just for you to understand how fast this game can be played and if it's for you or not. So let's start with the board. We have three different sections here. We have the board. We are going to simulate a two-player game, and we have two-player mats. So one is going to be I want to be classy and call it burgundy, but I want to make my life easy and avoid mistakes, so I'll just call it red, and this is yellow. And so we have three sections. We have the board, three main areas: the board, the player mats, and the cards here on the side. On the board you have the chart. You have the calendar which represents the advancing of time. We have the 6 different actions, and we have the map of Manhattan. So with the ripoff, you don't need to pay ideas compared to the original comic book. So I would not need to pay 2 oranges idea tokens to print this one. I would only need to use my creatives, to pay my creatives. And the original version of this comic book should already be printed. So you cannot do a ripoff of something that doesn't exist. Otherwise, the ripoff eats the original, and the original is ripoff. So in order for this to be a ripoff, the original needs to be already printed, or by you or by your opponents. And once it's available, you just need to use this. This might count. That might be interesting for victory points at the end of the game. Might be interesting to unlock some special actions that I'll talk after, so that you have more comic books printed. It will not get you any fans when you print it, but it can earn fans afterwards and earn you money due to that. So it can be interesting. It can be something interesting to explore, but not something that I will talk a lot in this video. And then, so this was the printing action. We have the royalties, which is basically if you don't have any money and if you are not able to do any action, you just come there and you, depending on the position where you are, you get 4, 3, 3, 2, and 1. And that's basically it. And then we have another one that is very nice action here, which is the sales action. So basically, depending on where you position your editor, you will be able to move around Manhattan, and depending on the movements that you have, so for example here I have 3, doesn't mean that you can move 3 times. You have one movement for free, and what is a movement is going from one circle to the other. So if I move here, this movement is for free, it's represented here. If I want to move more, I will have to pay $2. So I can move here, I pay $2. I can move here, I pay $2. So it's only the first one is for free. And then you could also earn as a bonus a New York City transport system, which would allow you to move anywhere in the map for free. After that, wherever you fall in, so for example, if I come here, I can flip as many tiles as the number that is here and collect as many tiles as the number that is also here. And why would I want to collect? So I will maybe just take this one because it's further away, just to show you an example. You see here that if you complete this sales order, you will be able to get 3 fans, so plus 3. And I need to complete this sales order for Western comic books theme. So here I have a 5. What does this 5 mean? This 5 means that I have to, when I print my comic book, my comic book needs to have 2 specialized artists and writer, and the creative power that they have summed together need to be 5 or more. Once I have that, I can increase my fan base and complete the sale order. So it will be maybe more clear when I start playing. And those are the basic actions of Age of Comics. After, you are going to be able to unlock specialized actions here that I will explain when we get there. And the one thing that I forgot is when you print a comic book, you'll take the miniature comic book that you printed and you'll place it according to the number of fans. You'll place it here on your board. So that's basically it. At the end of the round, we are going to check how much money we get from it. We are going to decrease the fan base because with the time you lose a little bit of fans. And we are going to move to the next round. So that's basically it. It's a quite relative fast game. Let me move this a little bit to the side. So yeah, let's just start then. I will have, you will probably won't see this on the screen, but I will have this card as a helper. This comes with the game, so it's really nice. Everything is here. You almost don't need to. You only need the rule book to check a specific detail. So the round structure starts, but before that, I already gave, because this is what it tells on the rule book, each player takes 1 writer card and 1 artist card randomly. So we have, each one of them have 2, and they can also choose a comic book. So here in this case, they cannot see each other, but in this case, it's like that. So each one chooses a theme. They get both $5, and the one that is normally is the last player. The last player to have read a comic book is the first. But here I'm going to do like my friend Costin from Board Game Pixels and do it like this. Okay, yellow is first. This is going to mess up my brain. Yellow is first, so he gets 5 coins, and he gets $5, and he gets 2 idea tokens. Here, the second player gets $5. He also gets 2 idea tokens, but since he's the second player, he can get a third. Let me check my cards. I'm going to get a purple. All right, now we can start. So we first flip the calendar tile and the tiles of the corresponding genre on the map. So the calendar tile is this one. and it's romance. So we are going to flip all these hearts here like so. This can be interesting for players to know or to plan where they want to go after, because you immediately see the values that they need to go, that they need to fulfill, and how many fans they can do. So maybe in the beginning they will try to tackle the number 3, which is and 4, which are easier numbers to tackle instead of the 5 and the 6. Okay, we refill the idea tokens. It's not the case for now. Add hype. We don't add hype yet. I'll explain later what is this hype. And pray and pray. Pray. Amen. And pay to increase creatives values. Creatives value. We don't have creatives yet, so we are not going to pay for that yet. And finally, we can start taking action. So let's go. The first 2 rounds, I will talk a bit for you guys to understand what I'm trying to do, and maybe if I play a third one, if the video is not too long, I will not talk like that. The round is going to be faster. But here you see that I have a crime genre comic book, so I will want to have a writer and an artist that is of this genre. I do not have the artist yet, but I see that the artist is available there. And I see that there is a blue writer that is also available there with a creative value of 3, which could be an interesting match for this one, and maybe to pick this one after. So that's what I'm going to do. Bear in mind, you can only have 6 cards at a time in your hand. So if you get to the situation that you have to increase more than 6, you can discard the ones that you don't want and keep the ones that you want. But you can never have more than 6. The comic books count for that number. So here I am going to do then my action. I'm going to do hire. I'm going to hire then 2 creatives. You always have to hire 1 writer and 1 artist, not 2 writers and not 2 artists. Needs to be 1 of each. You can hire from the row here or from the top of the deck. The same for this one. Okay, so I'm going to get my artist, like I said, and I'm going to get my blue writer. Of course, the red player doesn't know which cards I have. He might assume, but he doesn't know, and the players never show the cards to each other. All right, so we have already a good set of cards here, but my idea tokens are a bit stupid. I don't know why I took this initially. So this is a poor choice, guys. Allow me to change, because I think this was a mistake. It was to do some kind of example, and I had gray because yeah, this makes more sense. Okay, and now we go for red. And red is going to do a similar thing. Problem with red is I don't have a green artist. I do have a purple writer, so maybe I could go get a writer there. So I'm going to hire as well. But don't forget, nothing prevents me from printing a comic book with creatives that are not specialized in a genre. You can. At the end of the game, you will also get victory points due to that, but you will not get as many fans when you print a comic book as you would if you would print with specialized, because the fans that you get from the creative that is not from the genre will not count. So here I would only get 1 and 2 fans and not 3. So that's why you might want to go for specialized creatives. Okay, so I'm going to get a writer, maybe for, if I see that there is a purple there, can be maybe that one. And for my green artist, since I don't have a green artist here, maybe I'll risk and just take from here. And I was unlucky. But that was my action. We already have 5 cards here, so we cannot get more than 6. Now, am I going to develop? Don't have enough money to print 2 comics. But I'm going to first develop. So we are going to do this. And the develop action is very easy. You just take any of these or the one in the top. If the one in the top was a genre that would not suit me, I would have to pay $4 to go through the deck and get the genre that I want. So in this case, it suits because it's blue, and I'll be able to print it out afterwards. None of the comics kind of gives me good bonus, bonus that I will use now. So one gives me to move around the map for free, and the other one gives me 2 idea tokens. They are good, but I would have preferred to get money so that I could print and pay the other one with the money that I earned from the first comic. In this case, I'll probably have to come here if I want to print 2 of them. Okay, now we go back to red. Is red going to develop? It can, because it does have here purple. And now in the beginning, the actions are going to be a bit similar to each other, because we are all eager to start printing comics and increase our income. Now I'm going to, if I want to print, I need to make a choice now, which is, do I print only one and I waste this because I only have 2 editors left? So if I want to print this one, I have to have blue idea tokens, otherwise I cannot print it. Which could be interesting to maybe print a ripoff, but there's no comic books yet printed, so I cannot print a ripoff. So do I go first here to get idea tokens and then here to get royalties, or do I just print what I have now? This should come back to where it was. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to print, I'm going to waste printing the second comic book, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come here printing, place my writer, place my artist, place my comic book. First, you pay, so I need to pay 2 ideas, but funny enough, I cannot print it. I don't have enough money. So forget about this action and yeah, I have no other choice than to come here and get 4. Yeah, voila. So I got 4 because I don't have 6. So yeah. Ay. Okay. Does this one have money to print? It does, and it can. So it's this one, the lucky bastard, that is going to print first. And he's going to print a writer. No, he cannot. He doesn't have idea tokens. So he's going to first get an idea token. Let's go. So I'll get this. Maybe after, we'll see what we have, but maybe I'll go for crime, so maybe I'll get a gun. And so I can take 2, you have here 2 plus 2. I can take 2 from here and 2 from the storage, general storage. So I'll get another gun and maybe a heart, we'll see. Okay, now yes, now I can print. And which one? Which one? No, it needs to be this one because it's the only one I have idea token. So now yes, we print this like this. There you go. And I'll pay my idea tokens, so of crime. I'll pay 6 because 3 plus 3 equals 6, which is the value, the cost of my creatives. And now we get bonuses. So I get 3 fans, but since it's the first comic book of this genre that it's being printed, I also get what they call a mastery token. I am a master at printing this type of comics because I was the first one to print. Other players can steal this mastery token, but they need to print more comics of this genre than me. Okay, doesn't matter the creatives, they just need to print more. And if they print rip-offs, it still counts. So as you can see slowly, rip-offs seem to be a bit more interesting. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4 fans. So I'm going to get this miniature comic book and I'll place it here on the 4, like so. And at the end of the game, if I manage to keep this mastery token, I'll get 2 victory points. On top of that, we cannot forget the bonus here on the top left corner. And in this one, I get to choose 2 idea tokens, which is perfect because I want to print next blue. Unfortunately, I don't have enough money to print immediately the blue, but this could be an interesting option. So this is done for yellow. We go for purple. Purple, is he going to print? He is going to print. Do we have enough money? We do have enough money. So we are going to print as well. Here. We are going to print purple. So 1 writer, 1 artist, and the comic book. We first pay the ideas and the money, which is 2 ideas and 4. And now we get the bonus. He gets 3 fans plus the mastery token because he's the first one printing one of these types of comic books. So that makes 4 fans. Let's go get the miniature here. It's here. And we place it also on 4. And he also gets to choose 2 idea tokens. Maybe another heart, like that I have it completed. Maybe a blue, who knows? There you go. He cannot print a second one because first he doesn't have money, but he's also not in the first position. This was the first round of the game. Straightforward, nothing complex. And we are going to look again at our little helper here. So now at the end of the round, we establish ranking and award VP. We are both in first place, so we get both 2 victory points. So 1 for me and 1 for red. Sorry, it's not 2 but 3. We are tied in the first position. If you're tied in the second position, you get 2 victory points. But if I'm tied in the first position, we each get 3 victory points at the end of the game. We earn the money, so each one of us will earn $3. So 3 for red and 3 for yellow. We establish the turn order. It is the same, so since it's a tie, we are going to switch. Okay, so we'll switch here. If yellow was first here, then red would be the first one on the turn order. But if yellow would be in second, yellow would remain on first on the turn order. We remove a fan from each comic because we tend to lose fan throughout the time. We remove our editors. Every time I say editor, reminds me of the band. I feel like listening to them. And we discard the cards and refill the table. So basically we discard this. I'll do it always like this, like that everything is on screen, like so. And then we refill, so with 3. If you want to make the game a bit more tight, for 2 players in this case, instead of showing off 3 cards, you can show off 2. In a 3 to 4 player game, you can just show 3 instead of 4. And that will be a bit more tight for you. Okay, we did everything. We go back to the beginning of the round. So we flip the calendar tile again, like so. This means that we turn around all of this here. Like so. And we need to also refill the idea tokens. So we need a gun and a zombie hand, like so. We add hype, we don't add hype yet, and we pay to increase creatives. So, this can be an interesting thing, because, like I told, in order to complete these order tiles that you have here, your creatives need to be able to support this. So, for example, nobody has green here yet, but to be able to complete a 4 here, I would need creatives that both of their creative value would be 4 or more. In this case, I don't have any green, but for example, if this one was green, it's 4, you would be able to complete this sales order. Why would I increase? Because there are sales orders that have more than that, and that will give you more fans. And I think that I am exactly going to do that with purple, because I cannot do it with the yellow, with my gray comic book, because they are already at maximum, which is 3. But purple is both of them on 2. The thing is, here we are, to increase the value, it is called training. They are both training to reach number 3, and that costs a bit more. So here, if I want to increase from 2 to 3, I need to pay 3, which is very expensive, and I do not have money, so I cannot do it. So we skip. There you go. That makes, when you don't have money, decisions are made for you. And that's it. Now we can continue with our actions. So the first one is red. And red, red actually is going to invest, I think, on that. So he's going to come here. Or do I want to first hire something? Is there a green artist? There is a green artist. Yes, I'm going to hire first. And I'm going to get a green artist. A green artist. And a gray writer. And since this is a value 1 writer, it comes with the idea token. So I'll just get an idea token with it. Not that I need it. But I got my, now I have two creatives of crime and 2 creatives of science fiction, which is good. Okay, what does yellow wants to do? I could print and get on with it, and have 2 comic books already there. I do have money for it. I do have the idea tokens, so he might be able to cut up and come with two comic books. So yes, I'm going to print. I do have money, right? Yes, it's 6. Yeah, I'm going to use all my money though. Well, it is what it is. I'm going to print. So in order to print, I place my writer, I place my artist, and I place my comic book. First we pay idea tokens. I need to pay 6, so all my money is gone. And I get 3 fans, but since this is the first superhero comic book that was printed, I also get the mastery token. So that gives me 4 fans, and it's the Angel of Liberty, comes here. And I also get the bonus of a new New York City transport system. Wow. Done for yellow. Red, what are you going to do, my man? No, not done for yellow, sorry. And since I printed here, I unlock this cube. And this cube, you see here that there's 2 images of comic books. It allows me to unlock any of this special action, which I'm going to explain right now. So, if I will place my cube here, every time I do the higher action, I can switch a creative with another one. So if I had here a blue writer and here a gray writer, every time I do the higher action, I could switch both, because it can be more interesting to have a comic book with their creatives that are specialized. So that can be an important one. Then the creatives that you can switch, they can be from your hand, they can be on the player mat, or they can be the ones that you just draft, okay? Then we have the develop action, so every time I do the develop action, I can place in the next round a hype token on my comic book. So imagine I will do now develop, I would pick one comic book, in the next round I would place a hype token. And if you are able to see anything, a hype token, I don't know if you see or not, but a hype token has 2 fans. So I would place it like this, and then if I would decide not to print it yet, I would place another one and another one on the round after. And if I decide to print it now, it will print with the fans that I usually get, which is more or less 3 or 4, plus all the fans that are on the hype. And that gives me, well, 4 plus 6, immediately 10 fans, which can be a lot. So this is the hype part. And then we have this one, which basically allows us to exchange ideas for fans. So I can just, I don't need this idea, I want to exchange it for fans. So every time you do this action, you can exchange. What am I going to do here? I think I'm going for the hype one. There you go. All right, red. What is red going to do? Am I going to collect that one? There is no gray. So these have a creatives of 5. So I think before I print, I'm going to do some sales action, and I'm coming here for free. I don't need to flip because I already flipped, so I collect these 2, and here I can collect until 3, so I'm collecting these 2. And then, do I want to pay $2 to come downstairs? Because if I want to print, I still need to pay. How much I need to pay? I need to pay 5. We'll stay here, because I'll have to get more money for this one. So I'll stay here. No, I'll not stay here. I'll pay 2, be able to move another one and collect this one, and that makes my 3. Okay, so I have it like this. None of these sales order are yet, I don't know if you guys see, let me place it here. None of these sales order are yet completed because I don't have any comic book, but as soon as I have and as soon as I'm able to complete those, I can turn them around to mark them as complete. Okay, did the action for the red. Yellow, what am I going to do? As a yellow, I think I'm going to do this as well. And here I will flip 2. I will not move yet, doesn't interest me, because everything that I want is here. So I flip these 2 and I'll collect them, and then I move here for a next time. So I have here 6 and 4, and I am able to complete both because here 3 plus 3 is 6, so I can get 4 fans. 1, 2, 3, 4 completed. And 4, I also am able to complete because 6 is bigger than 4. I get 2 fans. There you go. 2 sales order that are complete. You see why this is also important? All right, now we go again with purple. Purple will want to print, I guess, but there is no money to print. So I am going for royalties. And I get $4. Now yellow. By yellow, I think I should print again. Or do I want to increase? You know what? Coming here again. We are going to increase our guys here. I can flip 2 of them. They are both 6 and 5. That's really good because I'm able to complete. So this one has 3 plus 3, 6. I get 4 more fans. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I get, I also am able to complete 5 because 6 bigger than 5. 3 more fans. So 1, 2, and you turn this around, and 3. So every time, now in the end of the round, I don't get $1, but I get 1 plus $6. It's good, eh? And these are turned around because they are completed. Never forget to turn them around, otherwise it can be messed up. Purple. What are you going to do, my man? Are we going to print? We are going to print. Okay, let's print here. I'm going to place my writer. I'm going to place my artist. And I'm going to place my comic book. And I am going to pay first, then it's 5, I get 1 back. And I'm going to pay 2 green idea tokens. I'll get 3 fans plus the mastery token, because nobody else has green. That gives me 4 fans. I need to get Neptune, which is here. So Neptune, I'll place it here, 4 fans. And I also get 2 idea tokens as a bonus. What do I care? What do I have here? Crime. Or maybe a blue and a purple. Maybe. There you go. And new, I am going to unlock this cube. And I think I'm coming here. So every time I get ideas, I can exchange up to 3 ideas for a fan. All right, am I able to complete sales orders? So 4, 5 bigger than 4, yes. So I get 2 more fans. 6 is not bigger than 5, 6 is bigger than 5, so no. 5 is bigger than 3, so I'm also able to complete this one, and I get an extra fan. There you go, only 6 remaining. And now yellow. Already did the increase there. I don't have any idea tokens. I think we are going for hiring again. And I'm going to hire these 2. I get an idea token because I'm hiring a level 1 artist. So I get a blue idea token. And second round is complete. Now we are going to do again what we did before. We established the ranking. So clearly yellow is in front and red is in second. 2 victory points for red, 3 victory points for yellow. We are going to earn the money. So yellow will earn 6 plus 1, so 7, plus 4, 11. So 11 here, like that. And red is going to earn 4 plus 2, that makes 6. There you go. 6. Then we establish turn order. Red remains in front. We remove 1 fan from each. So this one comes back up here. This one goes down, and goes down. We remove the editors from the board, like so. Here. And we discard the cards. Now I'm just going to do the quick round. We are going for the third because I don't want the video to be too long. But we are going for the third round where I'm not going to talk about the things that I'm doing. So yeah, I think we did everything. I'm just going to refill here the 3 cards. So just for you guys to understand how fast it is without being explaining everything. Okay, so first one is red. So here since this one is 2 and this one is 3, I will learn, so the artist will learn from the writer, and he will only have to learn from 2 to 3. I only need to pay $1 because it's one level. So I'm going to do that. And so my artist now is level 3. Since he's level 3, he's able to complete this, and so my green earns 4 more fans. Perfect. All right. Okay, so first one is purple. What am I going to do with purple? I need yeah, okay, maybe I'll develop. So I'm going to do that. Develop with purple. I get this one. Okay, yellow. What am I going to do? I am going to develop as well. And I'm going to keep this on the side. Okay. Now, I think I'll print. Okay, I'll come here, print. I do have 3. So writer, artist, comic book. I'll pay my idea tokens. I'll pay 3. That gives me back 2. And then I get 3 fans. I don't get the mastery token because yellow already owns the mastery token. I need to print more to get this back. So I get only 3 fans for Gang Wars. There we go. And I get 4 coins. $4, so 2 coins. All right. I also unlock this. And I unlock this action as well. This gives me better colors for my future. I'll do this one. This gives me basically every comic book that I print now, I can give a token of better colors, which will give me 2 victory points at the end of the game for each token of this that I have. I cannot do it now. I can only do it after I print the 4th one. All right, yellow. What am I going to do? I don't want to print this one yet. We'll see. I think I'm going to invest on the ones that I already have. So, I'm going to use my ticket. Of course, I need to come first here, sorry. I use my ticket. I come anywhere on the map, so I'm coming here. I'll flip this one. And I collect these 2. And then I still have my movement for free. I come here and I flip this one and I collect it. So I have for crime 5 and 3. Both of them can be covered. So I have 3 fans more. 1, 2, 3. And I do have 1 fan more. So that makes like this. Turn them around. They are completed. And now with this one, it's 3. I have more than 3. I get 1 more fan. It turns around, comes here. And it's also completed. Okay. With red, what am I going to do now? Maybe I'll come here to get idea token. So I'll get 2 from here. And a purple one. And then I'll get 2 more crimes. And then I'm going to activate this, and I'm going to activate to give 1 fan to each of my comics. So I'll exchange 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to increase 1, 2, and 3. This is due to the special action here, okay? All right, with this one, I am going to hire, and I'm going to hire these 2, of course. So we have already 5 cards, and this one is going probably to want to hire as well. Question is what? I do have tokens for red and blue. So I'm going to hire here red and blue. Let's see. Blue gives me an idea token. So let's do like that. And yellow is going to develop again and get this one. And both of them did their action. Okay, we'll take the card again and establish rankings. So I'm still first. Yellow is still first. Earn the dollars. So here it's 6 plus 2, 8. 6 plus 1, 7. That makes 15. And that's it. Yeah, so 15 for yellow. Then here we have 6 plus 1, 7. Plus 3, 10. Plus 2, 12. So it gets 12. We'll remove fan in each comic. So this one goes back up, this one goes down, this one goes back up, and these two go down. We'll remove the editors from the board. And we discard the cards. All right, so this was 3 rounds of Age of Comics. I hope you guys understood how the game flows, and yeah, it's kind of straightforward. The mechanics and the theme kind of fit well. And what extra things could we do afterwards? I could print some rip-off comics, because we already have some comics here that I could print a rip-off to unlock maybe extra actions and to increase my number of comics. I would probably continue to invest here on getting the sales orders to keep my comics that are on top still on top, and make the ones that I'm currently printing to go a bit more up. At some point, I would unlock this special action that would allow me to have a 5th editor on the board, which could be also very interesting because it gives you another action on your turn. But yeah, this is basically the game of Age of Comics. They have some expansions, small expansions that come with the regular version, but the collector edition is one of my biggest regrets, because yeah, it comes with some deluxe components, nice insert and so on. The setup of the game doesn't take too much time. The first time it will be a bit, where do I place things? But with the collector edition, I think the setup would be even faster. It's a pity that the base game doesn't have that. It's mainly bags. But once you know what you need to do, it's quite fast to set up the game, the cards and so on. So yeah, this was the overview of Age of Comics. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment if you have any question, if you noticed something wrong. But before we finish, I wanted to talk about where can you find this game. So I have here my notebook. So you can find our friends from Lyris Games talking about their new game, Timeless Journeys, the Italian Grand Tour. You'll be able to find some more information on a link below. What's going on? Nothing. On a link below my video. They will be on some conventions, so they will be at Play in Italy, UK GE, which I guess it's in UK. They will be also in Essen, which I'm very happy because I'll be able to meet them personally. And they will also be in Gen Con. The designers not, but the game, the new game Timeless Journeys will be available in Gen Con for you to try. Age of Comics will also be there. I think the regular version will also be there for you to buy if you want. They will also be there on sale. And I don't know if this is a scoop, but there will be probably a reprint of Age of Comics. So for you guys that were not able to grasp that collector edition, I hope they do it again. and that would be your opportunity. So pay attention to their page. They have a really nice Discord where they talk a lot with the backers. So that's where you can find more information. You can follow them on Instagram as well. They post a lot of content as well, and so yeah, that's where you can reach out to them. So once again, I want to thank them for providing this copy, for the overview, and yeah, I guess we see each other on the next video. See you guys.